is up, interwebnet people? Welcome back to another Talks Online. We now have 90% more sass and 100% less onions. I know, I can't with that one. We're joining us is Laura. Hello, Laura.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright. Warm underneath this stuff.
Mike's still lacking the
It's
intro.
been so long since I've been in cosplay.
Who you dressed as today? We can't see, all we can see is your head.
Looks like Way.
Hang on, let me see if I could. Yeah, I finally got Rise of Skywalker through.
Yeah, stay there. You're framed perfectly. And we can hear you. Brilliant. Yeah, so you're quite big on your Star Wars cosplay.
Yeah, I bought a standard store-bought one for MCM 2017, and yeah. That was
Right.
Last Jedi. Wore that twice. Then got into the skirt that you guys saw, God knows how many times. And then made one version of this and then went, nah, I'm getting it on eBay.
So you tried making it and thought, no, somebody else can do it.
Yes.
Good. That's what I do when I fail at things. As soon as I can't build it or can't make it, then it's like, Ellen, help.
Laura, supporting child labour
have
since
been
1999. Sorry.
No, but it's big. Well, she can't support child labour though because Anakin killed all the younglings. So,
Yeah, controversial, you know.
what?
Yeah, my grandfather's an arse.
Right. Yeah. So, you are obviously a Jedi Knight. What colour is your lightsaber?
Well, the one I used for the majority is
You got a lightsaber with
but
that.
I also apparently have a yellow one.
A yellow one. Which is your favourite? The yellow one or the blue one?
I like the yellow one because it's kind of made out of the staff part.
Ah, right.
It kind of reflects her roots as a scavenger on Jakku.
Ah. So you're going to say lots of words that I don't know, you see, because I've only seen 6 out of the how many films they've done now?
9.
9. I haven't seen the next
series,
3.
2 spin-offs.
Baby, one second. Loki, bug off the door! So Loki's scratching the door to get in.
That's like one of my children trying to burst in.
He knows that I'm in here, though. He knows I'm in here talking to people. He wants to know who the other people are. So Helen's sorting him out now. Yeah. So, what do you think about the newer, the last 3 Star Wars films compared to like for me, the originals 4, 5, and 6?
Well, I grew up on the originals because obviously my dad watched them, and I didn't get to see one in the cinema until 2017, 2016 for the I think it was about that time for Force Awakens. So the sequel trilogy was the first ones I saw all in the cinema.
Yeah.
And I love all of them, to be fair. I literally sat down with my mum the other day and we watched all 3 of the prequels all in one day.
Ooh.
You had a bit of a marathon going on.
Favourite character from the prequels?
Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Right.
There can only be one Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Have you seen those pictures that some people have up on their mantelpieces? Like, I replaced Nan's picture of Jesus with Ewan McGregor, and she hasn't noticed.
That's true. That's so good.
I wanted to do that with my Nan, but my Nan wasn't really particularly religious, so it wouldn't have worked anyways. She just said, "Who's this strange person in here? It's not one of my family."
Oh. Laura, do you mind if you just come closer to the screen so your microphone's slightly louder?
Yeah.
You're loud enough, Steve.
I'm loud enough, and said Laura needs to come down a little. We can see chin. There we go.
There we go. Oh, wait, she keeps moving.
We will get this right.
She moves more than the plot in Star Wars.
Oh. Now, the thing is, Laura, don't force choke me through the phone or through the video, but I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm a Star Trek fan.
Fine.
Oh, good.
No,
Thank Lord for that.
Light side, do I look like Kylo Ren?
No. You accept other people. You accept other people's choices. Yeah.
Stop stalking me.
I saw
Kylo.
I saw the first 6 Star Wars films. I saw obviously them in the correct order.
Yeah.
And I must say, out of all of them, I'd probably say that the 4th one's my favourite. The very, very first one. Because when I first watched it, I hadn't got a clue what was going on, and I really did actually enjoy it. I did enjoy a Star Wars film, shockingly enough. And then as it got further and further on, and I watched the 5th one and the 6th one, and then I started watching the prequels. I thought, once I saw the first prequel, I thought, no, I've had enough now. That's it. I don't know if it was the actual film itself that spoilt it for me, or if it was the characters in the film that spoilt it for me. But after
Phantom Menace is a little bit draggy, but the action scenes is what brings it back. I mean, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul.
Well, the only thing I watched the Phantom Menace for was watching Yoda bounce around like a demented tiger.
That was
the second one, wasn't it?
All right then. So sue me, I don't know Star Wars very well.
You're right. He was Dooku. He was fighting Dooku in the second one, and then the third one he was fighting Palpatine.
Yeah, that's my favourite bit of all the Star Wars films was like Yoda just bouncing around. It was brilliant.
Is that Attack of the Clones? That one?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Does anyone get bothered by the CGI in that film? It just looks really out of place. They haven't done any of the shadow correcting or anything. It just looked.
I have
really...
no idea.
Some of the characters, you're right.
Yeah, it just looked really, really overly fake for me. That's the only problem with that.
I only watched it so I could see people go vroom with the lightsabers.
But
that's all I watched it for. I just watched it for lightsaber battles. People getting eaten, and that's about it.
The best thing about Phantom Menace for me was the pod racing. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, I remember that bit. What was that guy with the big nose? Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like a really old.
He has these little wings at the back, doesn't he?
That's him.
Yeah.
That's him. I liked him.
The Bulba.
That's him.
There we go.
I like that one.
Who's that Star Wars character? It's Boba.
I know a few Star Wars characters. It's like what I saw on Facebook the other day, or was it this morning, or something along those lines. You can narrow down the entirety of all the Star Wars franchise into one sentence, which is "Calm down, Anakin," and that's it. You've got 9 films, and you can swap it down to that much. Oh man! So what else do you do, Laura? So I know you do a bit of Doctor Who, don't you?
Yeah, I do a bit of Doctor Who. I've touched into Power Rangers now, which has been my aim for God knows how long. As far as I'm aware, I am the only one that does civilian versions of Jen from Power Rangers Time Force in the way that I do, because I do a certain outfit from the crossover that happened in 2002. Right.
So the last Power Rangers I watched was back in the mid-90s, where we like really bad.
I finished watching properly in 2008, and then I started again.
No, the only reason I like the reason I like the very first Power Rangers, because the costumes and the CGI was just awful. I mean, you watch some of the monsters when they got bigger, it's just god awful, but it's so funny to watch.
That's the thing. A lot of people think that most of the seasons are like that, but some are very kiddish. Some, like Time Force, are dark as anything. Literally, if you like dark sort of thing but still a little bit silly, go watch Time Force, because this is a spoiler, but not too bad. The Red Ranger gets killed off in the first episode.
Oh dear. I thought he was supposed to be the leader.
Spoiler alert.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Oh, right. That explains everything in the universe, doesn't it?
Laura, can you do a Power Ranger pose for us? Like Morphin Time?
Yeah.
He loves his poses. Yeah.
That could also be like Hadouken and Kamehameha.
I should have done that and fallen off from a chair.
Go
Yeah,
go
that's the
Power
original one.
Rangers.
Yeah, I had that as a ringtone once when I had my first ever phone. When you had to like text the number on the back of the magazine to get
the communicator thing. That's all
yeah,
I'm getting
I had
on.
that. I got the number from the back of a magazine in the barber shop, and it got the Power Rangers theme tune. It was literally only 4 notes, and I paid like £1.50 for it.
That's so geeky. It's actually now cool.
Yeah.
One of my
Okay.
phones for the longest time had the Kim Possible communicator sound as a text phone.
Yes. Oh, Kim Possible's ace. I love Kim
And-
Possible.
And at the moment, my text tone is BB-8.
Oh, BB-8.
Mm.
That's the round ball thing, isn't it?
Yeah, one of the
That's
most popular robots to come out of Star Wars.
Mm. Yeah, I like when I go to Comic Cons and I see all of the R2 units wandering around.
You don't ever see any BB units, really.
I've seen one. I think I've seen one. It's like
I
instead
saw
of
one
having
at LFCC.
yeah, I'm not sure if it's a BB unit or not, but it's basically it looks like I think it's black, but instead of having a ball, it has a wheel instead.
Are you sure you're not talking about DO?
That might be. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know Star Wars.
DO looks like a hairdryer on a wheel.
That's the one. Yeah, the hairdryer on the wheel. I like that one.
Yeah, you're talking.
Yeah, yeah.
DO's pretty sassy.
Dyson have just released that.
Like, kind of talks.
Yeah, all I know about Star Wars really is a few characters, lightsabers that go wing, and occasionally the Force. That's about it, really.
Yeah.
Apparently, as long as you believe in the Force, you're going to win. So,
Have any of you watched The Mandalorian yet?
nope.
I haven't yet because I was concentrating on Clone Wars and I cried.
And people kept asking me, have you seen Mandalorian? I said, what's that, some sort of new hair conditioner?
Maybe it's Mandalorian.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is the way.
Did you ever see that picture of that woman who had her hair done and the hair was dyed to look like Boba Fett's mask on the front?
That's kind of cool.
No?
Yeah, look it up on Facebook. Type in Boba Fett hairstyle and you should find it. It's
Okay.
great. She literally has almost like an extended Karen haircut, and it's dyed in like red and green and black in sections to look like a Mandalorian face mask. It's brilliant. Michael's looking it up. Michael's looking it up. So while he's doing that, so who do you cosplay in Doctor Who?
Clara and the 11th and 10th Doctors.
Yeah, I know you do the 2 Doctors. I didn't know you actually did another character though.
Yeah, I did Clara. The first time I did it was at Sons of the Time Lords 2018.
That's it. Can you see it?
No, I can't see it.
Michael, put it directly in front of you.
Oh yeah, that's because I'm using 2 cameras here.
It's brilliant. It's fantastic.
That's amazing.
Back for the viewers. There you go.
Yeah.
My side
No,
camera. There
I
we go.
wore it 2018 Science of the Time Lords at the Space Centre in Leicester,
Yeah.
and yeah,
That'd be cool. I've been to the Leicester Space Centre, but unfortunately they kicked me out for being an alien. So there you go. What are you gonna do?
yeah, you'd fit in if you went during Science of the Time Lords.
No, the thing is, I'd go as Marvin the Martian and Ghastly, so I'd be going around trying to plant the Illudium Pu-36 explosive space modulator somewhere.
Laura, what do you think of the latest Doctor Who series?
Not watched it.
I liked 12. The 12th series.
Mm-hmm.
The bigger episodes made more of an impact than the filler ones, but that's normal.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Master, I love the Master.
The Master was
You know what it
fantastic
is?
this season.
It was like it was a mixture of Missy and Jim's versions. It was like
Mm.
okay, where did you come out of left field? And then when Jack came back, I was screaming.
I wish I saw more of Jack.
Mm.
Me and Michael have got something in common when it comes to Doctor Who. I believe we've both been inside a Dalek.
I haven't been inside
Kind of,
Dalek yet.
yeah, kind of. I looked inside one, for one of my videos.
No,
that was in Wolverhampton, right?
Yeah, it was
I was
Wolverhampton.
going to, but then I had to leave.
Now I went to a convention. I went to a convention once, and they were allowing people inside, and I just cheekily asked, "I said, can I drive it?" And he goes, "Go on then. I'll give you a minute to drive." And I was driving around this Dalek. It was great. Because they activated the voice changer inside for me as well, and I was going around with a plate asking people if they wanted any jelly beans or jelly babies.
No, there's a group of Daleks that are quite common at Science of the Time Lords, and they have this smaller one that everyone keeps calling a baby Dalek, and he obviously keeps going, "No, I'm not."
Is that the Cult of Skaro?
Yes.
I know my Daleks.
Yeah, Michael knows more about Doctor Who than I do. Because I watched Doctor Who more when I was a lot younger, so it was before like the big break in between when Doctor Who ended and when it restarted. I watched it then with like the old Tom Baker and Sylvester McCoys and all those people. And the only Doctor I've actually liked.
So you actually knew who Sarah Jane was when School Reunion came around?
Yeah, I did. So I did. I like Doctor Who. I've met Tom Baker and I've met Sylvester McCoy, and who else? Who else did I meet? There's one character. There's one character in Doctor Who, but he doesn't go by a name. He goes by a rank. But I can't remember what the rank's called. It's going to annoy me that is now. I can't remember. But, yeah, he's going to think about that now. I had his thing signed on a calendar ages ago.
Is it?
I had him sign it on his calendar.
Which era was it? Was it in John Pertwee's era?
It was back in that time, yeah.
But was John Pertwee the Doctor then, when it was based more on Earth?
I think he was one of the Doctor's companions or one of the other cast, and he went, and he was just known as his. Well, it might be General or something like that. I think it's something like more. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because that was forever ago. I mean, that was back when I was living with my mum. That was actually back before MCM was even MCM. It was Collectomania back then. Like the proper Collectomania, not the Showmasters one.
Oh yeah.
Because the Showmasters Collectomania is different to what it was before the MCM took it over. And I used to go there with my mum. My mum used to walk around with me. It was probably the only time I actually got her to go to a convention, but she was about as awestruck as I was with the costumes. And that's
How old were you then, Steve?
How old am I now? 35. I was 15.
Wow.
I was 15 when I went to my first conventions, and then I took about a 20-year break. That was it, really.
It wasn't 20 years.
I went to Collectomania Birmingham. I went along with my Star Trek club that I go to, USS Ranger. Quick plug for them. I went with them. Some of them went in their Starfleet uniforms. A couple of them went in their Klingon outfits. I've got a couple of friends, Glyn and Snoop's husband and wife. They get drawn up as Klingons sometimes, and they were brilliant. And I went and I literally picked up 5 folders worth, big fat folders of not Star Trek comics, but Star Trek fact files.
Oh.
Just loads of them. And I said to the guy, I said, if you keep these to the end of the day, I'll give you 20 quid for them. They were marked at like 30. And I said, I'll come back at the end of the day. I said, if you can give me £10 off, I'll take them off your hands because you just want to take them home. And I came back with a whopping great big bag full of these fact files. I spent 3 days organising them just because they were back when you could tear the pages apart and put them into the right section.
So
it was just.
I didn't know Comic Cons was such a thing before Northampton's first Comic Con. That was the starting point for me. So these must have happened a few years before then, I imagine.
Yeah, no, like I said, the whole collectomania thing was on when I was in my late teens, so it's got to be at least 15 to 20 years minimum.
Wow.
When I first got into the whole sci-fi and then Comic-Con and then getting dressed up, it's been a long journey. But like I said, I had a big massive gap of about 15 years at least before I actually got into the costume side of it.
So Laura, what was your first Comic-Con?
2017 Northampton.
Yes. Good old Northampton.
You were there when I proposed, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
always
you
been
were.
there every year. You've been there every year,
I was
haven't you,
bringing
Laura?
that up.
You're like a regular at the Northampton shows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I started in 2017. I got dragged along by somebody who no longer really friends with.
Oh.
That's right.
Their loss.
And
yeah.
But then I don't know who adopted me, but literally just got into the group that we all are.
Yeah, so
I think it might have been Jodie actually.
I think I know Jodie, or I know of her.
You know of Jodie.
You'll know her.
I believe I know of her. But I think my first proper convention was probably the year before that, Northampton 2016. That was like my first proper one back. I mean, I'd gone to like little meetups and things like that before then, but that was when I first met Helen, and that's that. So yeah, I mean, I've only been in this for about 5 years doing costume work. But
My eyes started hurting.
Ah, there we go.
I think Michael thought it was something.
I was like, it was like that Clark Kent thing. You put glasses on, and I was like, who is this that's just turned to this camera? Where's Laura? Who are you?
Hello.
I don't
do that.
Get that right. I don't get that about Clark Kent and the whole Superman thing, because he works for a newspaper, right? So if he goes to the bathroom and takes his glasses off to clean them, do people suddenly go, "Oh my God, it's Superman," and he puts his glasses back on? And where did he go? Like, how can people at the Daily Planet be so stupid? They literally have a superhero whose entire costume is just putting glasses on, and suddenly he's incognito.
I don't know.
I don't get it. I really don't. It's like his superpower is, I can put the glasses on and you forget who I am. Oh, man. So, Laura, you got anything planned coming up? Obviously, most cons this year are being cancelled or postponed. So what have you got for 2021?
Don't know yet.
Don't know. More Star Wars. Yeah, go and get a bonk Kylo Ren on the head.
And Power Rangers. You could do a Power Ranger Star Wars mashup.
Yes!
I've not seen that.
Yeah, so you have your Power Ranger helmet on with Jedi robes and some sort of like mechanical lightsaber thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally like a Power Ranger sword that just lights up. That'd be cool.
And like that big robot thing that you go into could be the Death Star.
Well, the Megazord thing.
Yeah, Megazord Death Star sort of thing.
I had one of those Megazords. I never actually put it together.
I don't usually do villains, but I am going to do a Power Rangers villain eventually.
Which one?
Astronomer from Power Rangers in Space.
Mm-mm. The only villain in Power Rangers is Retap. Sorry, all of the villains are pants.
You wait until you see Rancic.
Oh
yes,
boy.
Yeah, that guy's intimidating.
Yeah.
Again,
who in the Power Rangers was the red guy with the silver armor?
Lord
Is he the one
No,
of the
Lord
brains?
Zed.
Yeah, Lord Zed.
Lord Zed. He was the evil dude with the silver armor on.
Mm-hmm.
I kept seeing pictures of him lately. I don't know why.
His actor died last year.
That's why. There we go.
Oh.
That's why I've been seeing pictures of him recently. Yeah. So if you could like going on from the whole mashup thing, if you could take any couple of characters, any characters from any fictional realm or anything like that, who would you do? Who would you mash up together? Silence. Correct, isn't it? I think yeah. I mean, cause I've done a couple now. I did the Doctor Who Muppet, and now I've done Ghastly and Marvin.
I'm not 100% sure actually.
Yeah.
Couldn't you do? Coming to mind because you did the Star Wars Power Rangers thing is doing like a Sith astronomer type thing.
You know who I want to do as part of a potential Star Wars mashup. I want to do Grell.
Okay.
I want to do
with
Grell
lightsabers.
Yeah, Grell Sutcliffe as a Sith Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, a Sith Agami. Is that cool? Can you imagine any Sith Lord wearing 4-inch heels?
A drag version of Palpatine.
Yeah. What I'd have to do is I'd have to take a red lightsaber, and then put the plasters. I think it's plasters out foam and stuff that diffuses light. Put that all the way around the edge, and then cut it like chainsaw teeth. So I'd have like a chainsaw-based lightsaber.
Talk to George about that because he made his Kylo Ren one kind of look like it's broken and everything.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do it with the chainsaw things, and I can put like blood and stuff all over it, and then walk around in Jedi, walk around in Sith robes, and then do my hair up, or the first Sith Lord with glasses.
Laura, is there any questions you'd like to ask the audience who are watching this video?
Yes, the guest comment question. Oops.
Nothing jumped to your mind at all?
No.
No.
What about you, Steve?
Why don't we ask the audience what costume they would mash up? I'll drop something on the floor. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, if they could do a costume of a mash-up between two characters, who would they do?
There we go. Make sure you keep those comments rolling in, please, viewers, because we can keep all this alive. Support the NHS.
Yeah.
Stay alert. Type in your comments in the comment section below of Talksontour online on YouTube.
You're doing his Boris Johnson impression again. that trailer was brilliant.
He speaks really more clearly than the Prime Minister.
Oh man,
Michael Lunatic for our Prime Minister.
If you see the trailer now, go and see the trailer. It's brilliant. Oh, that was funny. Oh yeah, but yeah. So obviously, thanks Laura for joining us for Talks Online.
No problem, guys. Thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure having you.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, make sure you go and fight the Empire and do all the good fight and all of that. And to you guys out there, I will tell you yet again to like, comment, and subscribe to Talks Online, and we will see you at a Comic-Con really soon. Toodles! Oh my God! You scared me like that.